Good to see you. Welcome. This is Rob here, and I'm here with our guest, none other than Brenden Sharp, and I'm going to interview him, and I'm going to ask him some questions because he is our new emerging adults coordinator, and some of the questions are going to be less serious and some are going to be more serious. So Brenden, people want to get to know you. First question, share a bit about yourself and how you came to Edmonton.
Yeah, so I grew up about an hour outside of Vancouver in BC as a Canucks fan, so I realized I'm coming into some enemy territory. But I've been married for 3 years. I graduated from Summit Pacific Bible College in Abbotsford in BC, currently doing my master's at Regent College. And then my wife, she got an internship here in Edmonton at Stollery Children's Hospital. So we left Vancouver in January to move to Edmonton, which is the ideal time I've heard to move to Edmonton, right in the middle of winter. So that's kind of what brought us here.
Okay, really important question. Did your parents feed you a lot of carrots growing up? It's an easy question, yes or no?
No.
So you say you dye your own hair then? Okay, a less important question. What brings you joy?
I love reading a whole bunch of different books, biographies, theology, sociology, psychology, history. So a few years ago, we went on my most ideal vacation, which was to Portland, which was basically spent the whole time drinking coffee and then going to Powell's, one of the biggest bookstores in all of the US, like a whole city block. And that is my ideal place of joy.
What drew you to Crosspoint?
We were looking for a church when we arrived here. And I mean, trying to find a church during COVID is not an easy thing. And we were really drawn towards just the sense of community, the hunger for being on mission together. We joined a community group and really, felt brought in and part of the family. And so that's been something that's been really positive for us and drew us towards Crosspoint.
So it wasn't my dynamic preaching that brought you to Crosspoint?
Well, I mean, sure, it had a little bit of a factor to it. Joined during the series of Romans, so.
Another question, what is your heart and hope for emerging adults?
Yeah, I just recognize as emerging adults, such an important point of life. And really, as we've seen over this last year, just how important community is, especially towards people's spiritual growth and being connected. And for us, moving to a city, we recognize it can be quite lonely in your city. And so we want to try and foster community, build disciples, and then really get to know other young adults, emerging adults in the area, get to hear the innovative ways that they want to reach their city and neighborhood and come alongside them. And really that's kind of my heart for the emerging adults coming up.
Okay, final question. How many Justin Bieber albums do you own?
Rob, I don't own any albums. I stream my music.
That cuts deep, Brenden. That cuts real deep.